Dandy's World. A cartoon horror game that people play on to go on runs, group runs, or even on roleplay mode. There are two modes that you can play on, called roleplay mode, which allows you to play as Twisteds that you encountered or have full research on, or just like any tune that you have not bought yet. However, to some people, there have been weird things that they probably thought were glitches, considered as glitches, but they are known as creepypastas. Though it is not confirmed by Quell that even if a creepypasta has been spotted or they're just made up. We will go over these creepypastas that exist today or have been spotted recently. Let's start with the first one, Faceless Shrimpo. Faceless Shrimpo is a popular creepypasta that was made by Casey999. It appears that in the video, it has the video of a person playing as Tisha and somehow they get kicked out of the game. And once they join back, they find something odd. And then they're nothing but a black void with a faceless looking shrimpo that's missing a face. Faceless Shrimpo is probably a harmless entity that doesn't do anything to you but just talk about his regrets and stuff. It is most likely known that Shrimpo became a forgotten tune due to his attitude and his personality that was added to him when he got created. Or it's either because his friends turned on him and he didn't get to really have the chance to... He didn't really get the chance to say sorry, or didn't have the chance to change what he has done since he let his anger take over him. Though I don't really know the lore behind this actually, but it's just a couple of theories, I guess. I don't know if they really count as a theory, but that's just what I think from like Faceless Shrimpo and all. Let's go on to the next one for now. Lost Tisha. Lost Tisha is a disturbing version of Tisha that is fully made of ichor and it has black with white eyes surrounding it. You would probably think she's just some cursed or old version of Twisted Tisha, or if you would probably think she was probably the original twisted version of Tisha, or Tisha was originally going to be a main and her twisted form was going to look very huge and tall. But you were wrong. It's a weird entity that appears and in solo runs if you're playing as Tisha. Though I don't honestly know that's really correct that you have to be in a solo run in order to summon her. But from what I've heard, you have to be in a Tisha solo run to at least summon her. She doesn't really appear much, but she probably does appear in a couple of floors or more. If you don't really recall, I've made a video of me hunting for her, which hasn't actually been found or true yet. I don't know, these people even think I'm role-playing. I'm just gonna, ignore them. Though it may seem impossible to at least avoid her, but it's how it's usually done. Though that's all I kind of know on Lost Tisha, but all I know is that she is also a dangerous entity to encounter. And from what I've heard, she can either ban you or just kick you off the game. Though there hasn't been proved evidence of this, but this is what probably other people heard and made videos about. That's all I know about, that's all I know about Lost Tisha. Let's move on to the next one. Tall Shelly. Tall Shelly is a slender version of Shelly that utterly looks disturbing, but doesn't have evidence. From the original picture, it looks like she's missing a face and not really an all disturbing like. Okay, I'm just gonna go. I don't know why these people think I'm role playing. I don't know why. Okay, Tall Shelly is a very disturbing version of Shelly that looks all slendery and different from any other creepypasta. Though I don't know if she's highly aggressive, but she's known to either spawn if you're playing as Scraps, and if you ring the bell at least 5 times or so, she will either spawn, and if you say Tall Shelly, that's when she'll say it. Stalking Sprout. Stalking Sprout is just some kind of normal sprout that just looks around the walls and can only appear on private servers. Though how I think he's usually summoned, if you play as Cosmo, he usually spawns. Though I don't know if it's just some random thing that a hacker that's so obsessed with the ship Fruitcake decides to basically add it in and scare people with it. Well, and it would probably look like Sprout is stalking you. People also assume he just appears with any tune, which is what I thought, but I still kind of think he does appear with, Cosmo. Honestly, I don't know the lore behind not Cosmo. I don't know the lore behind, stalking Sprout. But all I know is that he just stalks people around by looking at you, and then he just disappears. Though people have been able to spot him with any tune instead of just Cosmo. Honestly, it probably has to do with, any ship that everyone just, ships a character with. And, yeah, that's just it. I don't know any other lore behind stalking Sprout really, but all I know is that he just stalks you around. Though there hasn't been proof that he does anything bad or does anything harmful to your account or even to you. Though, we'll just say here, he's just a harmless entity that doesn't do anything. Frowning Goob. Frowning Goob is a normal Goob, but with a frowny face. Don't really ask why I'm playing as Twisted Goob right now, because it just looks like he's frowning. Frowning Goob is a sad version of Goob that would probably either randomly appear, but honestly, I don't really honestly know the lore, but like, all I know is it's just a frowning version of Goob. To be honest, this version of Goob would probably be creepy, meeting a sad version of Goob, instead of Goob just smiling with a goober face. But it is pretty sad. Though I want to say it's probably because his sister, this is just made up lore, and I'm just making shit up, that his sister might have left him in the elevator, not talking about how he might have gone, like, out of his home. He might have either just he might have gotten left behind and now he just frowns all the time, or something happened to his sister. These are just like random theories that I'm making up or whatever. But I don't know. I don't really know the lore behind Frowning Goob. Screaming Bobette. Screaming Bobette is a disturbing version of Bobette where her jaw is open and her eyes are not in sockets. She usually spawns in I think the lobby is where she probably spawns. And I don't know how she's seen. I don't know if she's seen if you play as Bobette, but she's only spawned if you say Bobette stop screaming into like her old shop, or even like in like the shop next to Dandy, like where the holiday tunes are. Like, I don't know these. Okay, I don't know. I'm just like summoning fans. I'm just gonna let them walk around me. Jesus Christ. Anyway, Screaming Bobette only appears, like, if you say Bobette stops screaming a couple of times in the chat, like, into Bassie's old shop, which I think only used to happen, like, if you said it in Bassie/Bobette's shop, like, that was next to Dandy's, that's when that's kind of like what you say. Oh god, I don't know, I'm summoning a lot of fans right here. Or they just think they're actually in a roleplay. Jesus. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. I think these are just like random people who think I'm roleplaying or something, or they're probably like new people who don't know how to roleplay yet. Which I'm not honestly roleplaying. This is why I basically don't join public servers. But Screaming Bobette, I don't know what Screaming Bobette really does, honestly. Okay, they stopped following me. I don't know what Screaming Bobette really does, honestly. But she does spawn if you keep on saying Bobette stop screaming, which I don't honestly know that's true yet. But that's all I know from, like, her lore, or what I've known from videos. Though I don't know if this is just some random theory. Oh, there's a Russian person here. Hello. That's probably hello in Russian. I don't know. But that's the lore behind. That's how I think it is that she either is trying to get revenge on Delilah because like the holiday event's over and she can't do anything now because like yeah. The Dandy's World Creepypastas. I'm not really gonna explain all the other ones I've heard from, which I'll probably do on another video. Though one of them appear to either be hostile or even like less hostile, like either Stalking Sprout or like Faceless Trempo. Though I don't honestly know the lore behind any of these creepypastas, but that's all the creepypastas I kind of know lore about or have heard about, but I probably will actually explain more, like in another video. Somehow, I don't mean to be like a freaking clickbaiter or some rando person that's making up some names or whatever, but like if you see like any hostile creepypasta, please leave the game immediately so you can keep your account safe and keep all the tunes you bought.